All right, let's talk about Tesla. I mean, what a wild ride, right? Today, we're going to dig into the story behind one of the most talked about stocks on the planet to figure out what's driving all this hype and what's actually grounded in reality.
So let's get right to it. The big number everyone's watching, just under $490 a share. And believe me, this isn't just another tick up on the chart. This is a huge milestone.
Yeah, we're talking about a record high, the first one in over a year. I mean, think about that. After a long, really volatile stretch, it has finally shattered its old record. This is a massive comeback, and it's got the entire market buzzing. So, you gotta ask, what is the engine behind this incredible surge? Well, it turns out the whole story around Tesla is shifting. It's like investors have put on a new pair of glasses, and it all comes down to two letters. AI.
You know, for years we thought of Tesla as an electric car company. Simple enough. Then the conversation shifted to autonomous driving. But now, we're in a totally new chapter. Investors are starting to see it as something way bigger. A full-on AI and robotics powerhouse. And that change in perspective is what's lighting a fire under the stock.
And listen, this isn't just some sci-fi movie plot. Take the Robotaxi, for example. Tesla is literally testing these things on the streets of Austin right now, and they're getting super close to the point where they don't even need a human safety driver. All of a sudden, that AI-powered future feels very, very real.
Okay, so let's dive into the bull case. Why do some people think this stock's journey is just getting started? For them, it's all about this AI pivot, launching Tesla into a whole new stratosphere of growth. You've got some heavy hitters, like the analysts over at Wedbush, who are just incredibly optimistic. They're basically saying, forget about this quarter's car sales, look out to 2026. They see an AI revolution coming, with Tesla right at the center. It's that huge long-term vision that's getting the bulls so excited. And this isn't just talk, there's data to back it up. Mizuho analysts are reporting that Tesla's self-driving software can handle things on its own over 99% of the time, without a human stepping in. Let that sink in. That suggests the whole robotaxi dream could become reality a lot sooner than most people think.
So what does this all mean for the stock price? Well, if you ask the bulls, there's still a lot of runway. Mizuho has a price target of $530, and Wedbush is even more bullish, calling for $600. They are betting that as the market starts to fully buy into this AI story, the price is just going to keep climbing. You know, it's not just the big picture story either. For the traders who live and breathe charts, things are looking pretty good. You've got a breakout to a new all-time high, the stock is trading above its key long-term averages, and those important price floors, the support levels, they're holding strong. To a trader, that's a whole lot of green flags.
But of course, it can't all be sunshine and roses, right? There's always another side to the story. So let's flip the coin and look at the bear case. This is the reality check. The argument for why some folks are saying, hey, maybe pump the brakes a little. You know, for all the hype, Wall Street is actually split right down the middle on Tesla. If you look at the analyst ratings, only about half of them are telling you to buy. The other 50%, they're either on the sidelines with a hold or they're outright telling people to sell. That is a major division of opinion. And this right here is probably the biggest piece of the bear argument. If you average out all of the different analyst price targets, you land at around $400. From where the stock is today, that's a potential drop of 18%. That's a huge disconnect, and if you're feeling skeptical, that's a massive red flag. So really, it all boils down to this one question, doesn't it? Are you betting on the incredible potential of an AI future, or are you worried that the stock has just gone too far, too fast, and is overvalued right now? That's the central tug-of-war happening with Tesla. And hey, just like the charts have good news for the bulls, they've got some warnings for the bears. Hitting a record high often tempts people to sell and take their profits. Some technical indicators are flashing overbought, which is basically code for this thing might need to cool off. And you can never forget the risk of what the broader market might do. Okay, so we've got these two massive forces clashing, future promise versus present price. Where do we go from here? Let's get practical and look at the specific price levels that traders are watching to see who wins this fight. All right, this is the battlefield. For the bulls, the mission is to defend the support zones around 460 and 445. If those levels break, it could spell trouble. On the other side, the bears are trying to hold the line at that resistance zone near 490. Can the stock truly break past it? These are the key lines in the sand. So, it leaves us with the $1 million, or maybe the $1 trillion question. Is Tesla's new valuation a true glimpse into our AI-driven future, or is it a massive bubble just filled with hype waiting to pop? The answer to that is going to define not just the future of Tesla, but maybe the future of investing itself.